Hi, this is Dr. Amber with the Physio Room, and I'm here with part 2 of the Happy Hips series. In the last video, we talked about how to test whether your hip flexors were actually tight or whether or not they were just feeling tight. Now, a lot of times we'll get that feeling of being tight if other muscles aren't doing their job, and so then especially your psoas muscle, long muscle that comes up in through here, is going to do a lot of extra work, and it's going to feel like it's tight and contracted all the time. Doesn't necessarily mean it's shortened, it's just tight. So we want to compare whether the transverse abdominis, which is what's going to be providing your horizontal stability, is doing the work, or whether it's more of your psoas, your vertical stability. So for this, good exercise is kind of a laying down march with this. First step, you want to be able to dig your heels and really use those glutes to fire in, so we're taking out those hip flexors. You should be able to feel in through that hip flexor range that it's nice and soft, spongy, not getting a lot of tightness through there. Now the hardest part is going to be getting that transverse abdominis to fire correctly. So I usually like to tell people to take their hip bones, bring them together, or to kind of bring them up outside of your rib cage. That's going to get your lower abdominis to fire rather than the upper abdominal. Once you're tight through there, then you can do a little bit of a march to challenge that motion and to really get the horizontal stability, your transverse abdominis firing instead of that vertical psoas stability. Now, if we're not taking the glutes or the hip flexors out and firing those glutes ahead of time, when you lift, you're going to feel a lot of that tightness through your hip flexors because that's what's going to be trying to stabilize your spine while also lifting. So you want to make sure you get that glute activation first to relax your hip flexors before you try and so give that a try. See how it feels, see how it compares to what you've been doing in the past. And if you're still having trouble finding how to fire, getting a lot of that tightness through your hip flexors, we'd love to see you at the Physio Room, help you get it all figured out. And stay tuned for next week where we talk a little bit about that piriformis syndrome, that tightness that we get through your glutes and what to do about that. We'll see you next time.